What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl, 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 girl. That song goes, though. Drew's new song actually really goes. Let me go back and listen to it one more time. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Girl, I was gonna see we had some saved stuff, and I wanted to listen to this video. I was gonna listen to this video, girl. Girl, I do not want to see Sherri Shepard crying to Jonathan Majors. Like that, all of that stuff, you guys, it really bothers me that I know people, you got to give people an opportunity to redeem themselves. I know you do. I know you have to give people an opportunity to change their behavior. But for me, and in my observations, I see where there is no changed behavior, it doesn't change. There's no consequence. So they don't have to change. And the fact that women far and wide give men the benefit of the doubt that have been violent towards women, other women, I feel like those men need to be ostracized. No one should even risk themselves being in relationships with a man that you know has been violent to women. You are a woman. You're not different from the last woman. And because there's no consequence for the previous behavior and he still has access to women, why should he change? I hope and pray and send one up for Megan Good, for women, for all the women who have ignored red flags, who have went ahead and accepted engagements and went ahead and married men who are violent to women. I hope and pray that they are not put into those situations. But because there was no consequence and you're essentially a reward, right? You're a reward for a man. And you're rewarding him with you. Give him a consequence. Don't give him access to women. Ever since I saw that man, that Jewish man, he was on the Oprah Winfrey show. I bring this up every now and again because it's just a perfect example. He's now married, but he went on Oprah Winfrey, a Jewish man, and he spoke disparagingly about Jewish women. He could not find a date for years. Girl, he went on TV and spoke disparagingly about Jewish women. No dates. It was almost like he talked about it. He said, I went on TV, I was talking reckless about Jewish women. No Jewish woman wanted to date me. None.
Alan is a 32-year-old attorney. He is Jewish, but does not date Jewish women. And we want to know why. Alan?
Simply, Jewish women are identical. I think that God created Adam and then the Jewish woman. I mean, basically from their looks right down to their attitudes. They all look the same. They've got short, dark hair with makeup and big hips. And their attitudes, I mean, I don't even need to go, no, seriously, I don't even need to go out with a woman. I just fax my resume, Ivy League lawyer. Okay, it's great for the parents. They're interested in sports. And then when you get married to them, not that I have been, but from what I've heard, forget it. They've got Hadassah meetings or something like that. I went out with non-Jewish girl. I asked her, why would she go out with me? She said, because of your butt. And then the Jewish girl, it's because of the thickness of your wallet in your butt. They don't even look at your butt.
Well, wait a minute.
Until years later, I believe he's now in partnership with a woman, but it took him years.
Dating after the show was very difficult for me. The cloud of the Oprah show hung over my head. People recognized me all the time. The Oprah show really caused me to take a pause and kind of reinvent myself. It was at that time that I really did some self-discovery and started to realize that a person is simply a person regardless of their religion.
He fucked up. He got on national TV and spoke about women in that way. Go on Oprah and put an Oprah Winfrey Show Jewish man, and you'll get both. You'll see what he said, and you'll see what the consequences of what he said. He was just speaking out his mouth violently, right? These men have actually R'd women, SA'd women, beat women up, throw women into televisions. And we know it doesn't change. You're like, oh, you can't. No, nobody's getting canceled. These men are not getting canceled. Dr. Dre punched D. Barnes in the face, and he has a Grammy Award named after him. An award that is given to people who show artistic excellence. His name is on a award, the Impact Award. So you cannot tell me that when a man is accused of something, his life is ruined. It's not. For Sherri Shepard to be sitting across from Jonathan Majors, crying, he's a violent person. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care about it. And it's not just with that one woman. Like y'all like to do Chris Brown. Y'all only bring up Rihanna as if there's not like he has a rap sheet. And it's like he's still selling out venues. Nothing happens to them. Nothing happens to them. And then for people to be congratulating it, I don't understand what would make you. It's just like, is it just like an automatic social response to see somebody getting married? You're supposed to have these positive feelings for them. Shout out to Scorpio Bell. She says she tells people my condolences. I'm getting married. I'm sorry to hear that. Girl, what? That's not cute. But there are pockets of people who still want to participate in that system, but you want to participate in the system so desperately that you're willing to overlook this man who has been violent to women. That's the thing, that I'm like, violent to women. You're a woman getting in a relationship with a man who's been violent to women. Why? Everybody should be like, he's unsuitable. No. You don't know how to control yourself. You like to harm women. Iman Shumpert, what he did to Tiana Taylor, people should look at him and be like, no. Unsuitable. And not only that, unsuitable as a partner, but as a father. That's the crazy part. You be thinking about, how is this person, like, you would actually, like Jillian, what's her name? Jilly Anais, who's engaged to Deshaun Watson, a person who has been alleged and settled out of court, settled his cases over 20 sexual misconduct, asking for happy endings, going to having private massage therapists come to his home and then assaulting them. Over 20 people. You're going to give that man a child? Are you? You're going to reproduce him?
Absolutely, I'm asking a question. Absolutely, I'm asking a question. She knows.
No, I'm not congratulating that. That's crazy. He doesn't deserve marriage. He doesn't deserve to be in partnership. He's violent to women. You would want to reproduce that man? Really? You want to have babies with him? Mrs. Watson Loading? Mrs. Rapist. Because that's what I said the other day. Y'all are equal to these motherfuckers y'all in a relationship with. So if your man is a scammer, you a scammer. Your man's a violent to women, and you accept him and he rapes women, you're Mrs. Rapist. That's who you are. That's disgusting. And you have a choice to write your life the way that you want it. And you're like, Yeah, I think I deserve to be partnered with a man who abuses women. I deserve that. And that's what be pissing me off. And then you get Angela Rycheck, Shark Tank star, Kevin O'Leary for touching on her. CNN, that's my personal space. Oh, okay. So you get these women like Sherri Shepard crying. What are you crying for? Let me see if I can find this clip. Let me listen to Drew one more time. Yeah, you better spend it on me. Yeah, spend it on me. Yeah. Jonathan, let's see. Majors, Sherri, Shepard. Let me just put Sherri. I don't know what's about to come. Here we go. People sometimes confuse their character with their trauma. Oh, let's see.
And Iyanla Vanzant, she welcomed you up on stage, and you hugged her, and she held you, and she held you. And I know there have been women of color.
You know what? Let me tell you something. God forbid Jonathan Majors is unable to control himself and he harms Megan Good. What are you going to say? What are y'all going to say? You should have chose better. You knew he was doing this. Are y'all going to accept him back again? How many times? That's why I'm thinking about Carlos and Sherelle. How many times are you going to tell your good girlfriend to accept a person back who has mistreated them? How many times are you going to say, how many times are you going to accept a man back into the fold that has been harmful to women? Like, as women, open your arms to a man who's been violent to women and then act like you are getting negativity off of him. He's actually the negativity. Like, you're going to whittle him away. Keep brushing. And accept him back to the point where everybody's congratulating his marriage. This is a man who is violent towards women and showed violence and hostility towards other people, not just women. Like, it's like some people just don't. I think this love affair with believing that people should be partnered in their life, like they should be like in close proximity with another person for an extended amount of time. And so it's like, I don't know. I just don't. It baffles me. It just baffles me. Like, he's been violent to women. Like, what do you? I don't understand. It really baffles me. I don't get it. I don't understand what makes Jonathan Majors attractive. I don't know. Are you? That's attractive to you? I don't know.
Felt you deserved a second chance to rebuild your life. What has the support been like for you from women surrounding you in your life, Jonathan?
Girl, I almost spit out my coffee.
Yeah, we all looked at it like you just couldn't stop. You let go.
Yeah, it's been really beautiful, you know. Primarily because so much of my we talked about the incidents in my youth. Like, you wear that, and people sometimes confuse their character with their trauma. You know what I mean? And you start moving a certain way and having certain limiting thoughts because of something that happened to you.
Yeah.
And when I see sisters holler at me in the street, you know what I mean? When I'm walking down the road and they just pull me aside and want to pray with me on the corner, it goes, oh,
I just, girl, stop.
I feel emboldened and I feel confident and I feel encouraged to keep going the way I was going, keep going to the help, you know what I mean? And when I look out here and I see all these sisters, and I was like, I don't know if they paid y'all to clap or what, but man,
We love you. No, we don't. Don't say we. We? Who's we? Speak for yourself. I don't love men who are violent towards women. I don't love it. This was a good comment. We all deserve grace. He did something wrong, and I absolutely don't condone putting your hands on a woman, but he deserves the opportunity to be better, do better, and be an example of what can happen if you get help and take accountability. There are so many people in the world who are given grace and went on to do amazing things for humanity. I don't know. It just makes a person unattractive. Believe it or not, brothers, black women always got us regardless of who we with or what happens, right? But a lot of them are waking up because they realize that the only thing that's keeping them tethered to you is their racial identity, and it's not reciprocal, because when it's time to time to turn it around and give a woman grace for making a mistake, it's harder for her to get back into the fold. It's because nobody considers her blackness. But every time a man who is black is in trouble some type of way, they say, oh, this black man, and he this and he that. And it just really emotionally triggers women to want to do right by people who aren't reciprocal when it's time to do right by them. And it just happens like that. And that's because they put their gender before their racial identity. But when it's time for the racial identity to be used, the race card to be used, and they need more people, that's when they will hook you in with the racial identity. And you're like, woo, Jonathan Majors, congratulations on getting married. Y'all whirling around in phone booths, capes on, boots on, ready to go. Captain Save a Nigga. No, we're not playing them games. The girls are waking up. I'm so happy he's dealing with his trauma. We all have it, but no, we don't. Don't say we all have it. There are people who do not have trauma, have not gone through anything traumatic in their lives. So don't say we all have trauma. But we do not all confront it. He chose to he be forgiven and move forward with his best life. I'm rooting for him. Somebody did a rolling eyes emoji. Megan Good and this guy connected through hurt, pain, and trauma. This marriage won't work because it's built on a foundation from pain and previous bad experiences. Thumbs down emoji. Megan needs to sit down and chill. She needs healing. You can't heal through another partner. You have to heal through God and therapy. Right. And as a lot of the times it's like being by yourself with God. You understand what I'm saying? And then also therapy, and not using the other person as a way to, like, I guess, practice what the fuck is happening with you. This is something for him. He needs some help. Everybody deserves love and a second chance. But a lot of times you niggas is getting 15 chances, and it's clear because Jonathan Majors can do all this work without being romantically partnered with any woman. He does not need he claims he does. A lot of them do need the woman because now they're siphoning off of you, right? So energetically siphoning off of you, you're the emotional workhorse and all the things. He wants you to be his Coretta, right? We know Coretta's role and how it looked and what she stood by and sat down and watched and dealt with and didn't, confront herself with her husband, but sat there. You want somebody like that? Okay. And then he has this idea about himself, like, are you really changing people, the way outlook on people's lives, changing the course of people's lives with your artwork? Are you that impactful? Girl, please. Anyways, that's Jonathan Majors on Sherri Shepard. They were crying over here, everybody in the comments. Sherri Shepard, it's clear why Jonathan Majors shared his story on your talk show. You handled the situation well, and your nurturing mammy approach, I added mammy, is truly inspiring. We're always cheering for you and wish you the very best. Congratulations to the newlyweds.
You
You will never know the conviction of a wife, girl. Ever. Right. Ever. Check. You don't have them now.
Congratulations, congratulations. Happy for them. He's in love. He can't even form a sentence. He's crying. No, he's crying because he can't believe that you bitches are so stupid to give him a chance, and he's been violent towards women. Let me move on. I can't believe these bitches are so stupid. Girl, I'm crying. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, I did have that thing saved. I said I wanted to talk about that. Hold on. I didn't even listen to it, and I wanted to listen to it with you all. I started listening to the beginning of it. And this is like the pitfalls of having a pick-me mom. I remember the other day I asked about that. Somebody tagged me in this. Shout out to whoever tagged me in this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, wait.
As a woman,
okay.
Censored women are the most dangerous women on the planet, especially if they also have a little teaspoon of low self-esteem. And I'm saying that as a woman who was raised by a pick-me, who also was extremely male-centered. When I initially started getting tattoos, the first thing she said to me is, what man is going to marry you with tattoos? That was her first thing. Not if, do you like the body art that you put on yourself? Just what man is going to marry you? When I didn't really cling to cooking like how she did, oh, what man is going to marry you? You don't even like to cook. And I'm like, why is everything about a man? Will you ever find your own true happiness on what you like and what you like to do? Because your whole personality is based on male acceptance, somebody marrying you, and somebody wanting to be with you. And I've never been that way. If a man tells me he likes me in pink hair, I'm going to go get blue. I'm not here for male acceptance. I'm not male-centered, and I don't care whether a man likes what I do or don't do. But male-centered and low-self-esteem women, they care so much about what men think. Not only will they put themselves in danger, they will put their kids in danger. They will put their friends in danger, and they will put other family members in danger. And I say that because they're the type to always turn the other cheek. Oh, he did this, he did that, but he's just a man, so I'm going to make an excuse for him, and I want to be married, or I want to portray that I have this certain family aesthetic, and you know it's not a good one. And they would go as far as letting these men physically and emotionally abuse their children, which is exactly what ended up happening to me by my stepdad. And my mom never stepped in. Male-centered women, I stay away. I keep my distance. I don't want no part. Male-centered women are the most dangerous.
Okay, let's read some of the comments. Agree, it's very hard to get close to this type of woman. I know them, and some I really like, but can't tolerate it too long. It's too much. I remember being a young woman and being like, I can't be, all y'all want to do is talk about men. Like, girl, it's other stuff. It is, there are other stuff to talk about. All y'all want to do is talk about men, and I can't. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I am tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm tired, girl. And it used to bother the hell out of me. And then when you decenter or you dismantle your male identified, lens and break the lens, and you're like, I can't be around these type of women. And then you see how dangerous they are, what they will put up with, what they will excuse, how they will do a man's bidding for them. It's like, ugh. And you can't be, to me, I feel like as soon as you find out a woman is male centered, you should back away from her, especially if that's not your center. They prioritize men in every aspect of their life. They don't have anything going on in their life besides just talking about what's going on in their life with men. And men is always right here, centralized. They are not even centralized. The man is centralized. So they are dangerous. Let's read some more comments. That's why I wanted to talk about this the other day, and I didn't remember. Cooking and keeping yourself classy by not getting trash tattoos so you have a high market value in the dating pool is not a pick-me-sha. I'd rather be a pick-me-sha than a saquish. Girl, what the fuck? And then a bunch of men underneath agreeing with her. Yikes. Huh? For real though, I'm so glad I don't associate with beings of that type of energy. Give these women some grace. Not so long ago, you couldn't do anything without a man. And to be honest, I believe the top wealthiest women have gotten their riches from their male relative or spouse. Let's see. This is the type of shit that people be talking. And let's see if the top wealthiest women have gotten their riches from their male relative or spouse. Okay, let's see how if that is a valid statement, because the people like to get in the comments and say you didn't have anything without a man, and it's so crazy because the men would not exist without women, and then that's the crazy part. um and like just how white people are in quote perceived power because they got it through brute force is the same way men took power from women through brute force. They decided they did not want to work with the women anymore. They decided they didn't want the women to be leaders. They decided they didn't want the women to be healers and medicine women and shamans. They wanted to take it. And the ultimate thing, and they're jealous because the ultimate thing they cannot do, which is actually the most powerful thing that you can do, is produce another human being. That shit is powerful as fuck. So what do we have to do? Make sure that we suppress the most powerful and make it seem like we are the most powerful. And we're going to take it, and we're going to take it through brute force. And then we're going to flip this whole shit upside down to have women running towards their greatest threat, to have women believing they're attracted to somebody who can possibly kill them, to have women believe that the closer they're in proximity, the more intimate they are. But when studies show that's the most dangerous place for you to be. I'm going to flip this whole shit to the point where they are the ones that are going to need deprogramming. Same thing. White, male-centered. Women who have benefit from family businesses or assets. However, it's essential to recognize that there are so many women who have built their wealth independently through their own ventures, careers, and entrepreneurial efforts. For instance, women like Oprah Winfrey and Sarah Blakely have created a significant wealth through their own hard work and innovative ideas. Overall, while inheritance and marriage have played a role in the wealth of some women, an increasing number of women are achieving financial success on their own, reflecting a broader trend towards female entrepreneurship and leadership. The top wealthiest women, I knew they were going to mention Oprah, and she refuses to marry. And so many people for so many years have been like, why isn't Oprah married? As if that was going to basically like seal the deal on who she was. And she kept, no, I'm not married. I have a partner, but I'm not getting married to him. I'm not. And it's so crazy how Oprah, as influential as she is, I wonder if she influenced women to have partners but not get married. I wonder if she had any influence on the women, because it seems like she talks to like the stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? The stay-at-home mom. Well, back in the day, and I don't know. I don't know if did she influence any of y'all? Like, I feel like, were there any of you who were influenced by her? Like, she's wealthy, she's gained wealth, she has a partner, but she won't marry him, right? But people kept asking her, all Stedman this and Stedman that and Stedman and Stedman and Stedman. No, I'm not marrying him. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me go back. I don't know why Instagram refreshed that, and I was like I'm trying to figure out, what do you have to do in order for it not to refresh? Okay, let me read some of these comments. Oops. A male-centered woman admitted in my course a few days ago that her husband is a pedo and she won't keep her children away from him. She's dangerous. Or yeah, she's dangerous. He is too. So since y'all becoming male-centered, can we stop providing for you? And then it's so crazy because it's almost like a bunch of taglines, right? It's just a bunch of taglines. They're protectors and providers. They're really not, right? They're really not. It's not really what they're supposed to do. A book told you they're supposed to do that so that you can get in proximity to them and you can be free labor and DNA duplication. Right? Right? But they've never really been providers. And the only reason why they were providers is because they took your rights away. So you were forced, here we back are with brute force, you were forced to have to partner with them in order to move in society. So they had to be providers. You were basically dependent on them. You were their dependents, basically. Well, it's clearly working for you. There's no ring on your finger. And men literally believe every woman in the world wants a ring on their finger. And because men who have been violent towards women still have access to women, men believe that they can still have access to women and they can still use it, right? There's a man on earth right now who has been accused of sexual misconduct and of over 20 women, and he just got engaged. There's a ring on her finger. And look at the quality of the man, girl. We as women need to break these generational patterns and trauma, teach our sons and daughters to be happy and love themselves regardless of their relationship status. And I feel like it's just a lot of it is just an act, because in real life, a lot of this stuff is like you are trying to maintain traditional nuclear families. And it's like, it's not real. You're trying to mimic some shit you saw on TV. Pickme, male-centered women prime their daughters to have sex at a very early age as well. I've seen it with my own eyes many times. I do what I want for me. If a man benefits, fine. If my man benefits, fine. But my life doesn't revolve around a man. If he likes me, fine. If he doesn't, that's fine too. And did a man marry you? It's almost like, and it's seen as a qualifier. Once again, you being attached to your greatest threat is also a qualifier for you in society. Nobody sees how weird that is. I think it's really weird. I was a caseworker and I saw so many women who put having a penis in the house above welfare and the safety of their children. You could bring out a Word document and show that ninja was on Megan's Law offender registry, and they would say that man was falsely charged. And to be clear, these were men that they met at a hole in the wall bar and knew for a couple of weeks. And all they bring into the table was penis. There are tons of women desperate to have men, and it will never stop. We just live in this society where there's always going to be male-centered men. That's why you have to be able to identify and then back away when necessary. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's enough for today. Go ahead, like the video, leave a comment. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the topics we talked about today. Take care of each other, protect your energy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.